Hey everyone, it's Amber here with Group of Girl Golf Classroom. Thanks for joining us. We have a short game lesson for you, mainly geared towards beginners, but this will help all golfers just to refresh. We are going to teach the pitch shot. So there's pitch and chip are two of the most common shots you hit around the green, and they do get confusing. So a pitch shot is going to be a shot that flies high in the air and lands pretty close to the hole and doesn't have a lot of roll. So for me, an idea to remember it is think of a batter hitting a pitch from in baseball, right? And they just hit a home run out to center field, right? So it's going really high up in the air. Eventually, if it does land, it's not going to bounce a lot, or sometimes it just lands right in the mitt or in the cup, which is great. That's what we want. So in this shot, there's a few key points to hit this shot. One is we want the weight in the front of our foot. We want the ball between the middle of our stance. And then we want to be hinging our wrists through the shot. So follow me as we kind of do a setup here. So as you can see, I'm off the green and I have to fly all this green to get onto, or all this grass to get onto the green. And I don't have a lot of room to work with, you know, there's just about 8 feet, so it's like I can't really roll it up there. So in order to get close, that's where you pitch it. So we're gonna start with I like to start with our feet together, especially as beginners, and the first thing we're going to do is figure out where we're gonna aim. So we need to find where do we want this ball to land, and that's gonna help us set up properly. So there's a little green spot that I've found, and that's where I'm gonna try to land the ball. So that's where I'm going to lay the club down, and from there open my stance just a little bit so it's about hip width, and that's going to get me in line to my target where I want to hit it. The next thing we want to do is we're going to stand up straight, leaning forward at the hips, and then bend those knees a little bit. We want to keep a really straight spine in this swing, in most of our swings. The ball will have, especially for beginners, in the middle of our stance. It's going to give you that great position to really get under the ball and get it up in the air. We want that weight mainly positioned on our right foot, and we only want the hands to be slightly forward. So in a lot of shots, we'll put them a little more forward, like a chip shot, but for this pitch shot, we just want them slightly in front of our zipper area. Now the swing itself is going to be a hinge swing. We're going to keep this central area very still. We're going to move our hips and our upper body, but mainly just that upper body and those arms, and we're going to hinge it and then come through. And it's a nice, even tempoed swing back and through. So for this shot, you want to get to about 9 o'clock or at waist height, and then come through and make sure you get above that, just so you make sure you're coming through the ball. So let's try that shot out. We have the ball positioned in the middle of our stance. The club face is opened, the angle of attack is at my target, which is a little green spot. And then I have the weight in that front foot. Keeping this central line very still, I'm going to take it back and then through. Now before I do that, I'm going to take a second, look at my spot, and visualize the ball landing in that spot. Actually see it. This is the coolest part about golf, the creative side, the side we really get to envision what you want to happen. So focus on that, and then let's see how it goes. Perfect. So that's exactly what you want to do. Land just in front of the pin and have it roll up right up to the hole. So follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We have great new videos coming your way, and subscribe to our channel for more golf lessons, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.